All right, beautiful people. Maya has 120 caramel apples to sell. Each caramel apple is covered with one topping. So it says 1/5 of the caramel apples are covered with peanuts, 1/5 of, 1/3 are covered with chocolate chips, and 3/10 are covered with coconut. So what, and then it says the rest are covered with sprinkles. So we have peanuts, chocolate chips, coconut, and sprinkles, and we have fractions of a total, right? Anything it says of, and then fractions of a total is what we are looking at. And so we have to determine how many of each flavor are we looking at. Specifically, the answer will be caramel. All right, and so in order to find caramel, in order to find sprinkles is what we're looking for, we have to find the rest. But we can't find the rest until we know what these amounts actually represent. Okay, so what we have to do is when it says fraction of and we have a total, we are going to multiply. So I'm going to start with peanuts. So I'm going to come down here and write peanuts. And peanuts was 1/5 of. And of is a multiplying word. And that's of the total. So the total is 120. And so 120 is a whole number. And we know whole numbers go over 1. Okay, and then how do we multiply fractions? We multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. So 1 times 120 is 120, and 5 times 1 is 5. And then we can label our cowboy and horse and easily divide. So we have 120 goes in the house, boots and hat, set the place for 3, 5 goes outside. Can 5 people sit in one chair? No. But they can sit in 12 chairs 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10, with 2 left over. 5 goes into 20 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So peanuts was 24. So next to peanuts, I'm going to write 24 and circle it, and up here as well. All right. But again, that's not my answer because I'm looking for sprinkles in my answer. So sprinkles is my final answer. All right, so I move down to the next one. It gives me a fraction and it tells me the total. So again, I am just multiplying top times top, bottom times bottom. So this time the fraction is 1/3. So I'm gonna change colors. And this one is chocolate chips. All right, so I have 1/3. And again, the total was 120. Whole numbers go over 1, and we are just doing top times top, bottom times bottom. 120 times 1 is 120. 3 times 1 is 3. And then 120 divided by 3. So I'm going to label my cowboy, set up my division. Boots, hat, set the table for 3. All right, 3 goes into 1 0 times, but it goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Bring down my 0. Can 3 go into nothing? No, so I fill my last blank with a 0. So how many chocolate chips? There were 40. So up here, all right, 40. And my last fraction is 3/10, and that's going to represent our coconut. So we have coconut is 3 out of 10. And again, our total is still 120. Whole numbers still go over 1. We are still multiplying top times top, bottom times bottom. 3 times 120 is 360. 10 times 1 is 10. This time, I get to cross off a 0 because I have 0 on top and bottom. And I don't have to divide because anything over 1 is just that number. So how many coconut? 36. And remember, what does the rest mean? When it says the rest means subtract. So I'm going to start with my total of 120, and I'm just going to start subtracting away the things I know. So let's get rid of the peanuts. Okay, after I take away the peanuts, there's 96. All right, let's take away the chocolate chips. Now there's 56. Let's take away the coconut. Now there's 20. So the rest is that 20. And that's D. All right, so you go try this question. So this is your prove it practice on your paper in your STAAR question box. You are going to solve this problem. If you need to flip your paper over and show more work on the back, that's fine, but you need to put your final answer in the final answer box. And then you're going to answer the question when a fraction is followed by the word of, we blank. And when it says the rest or the remaining, we blank. All right, so go answer those questions. Remember, when a fraction is followed by the word of, we multiply. And that's what we just did with our practice here. And when it says the rest or the remaining, we subtract. All right, go practice.